The last time we saw Karis and her family, William was celebrating his first birthday. Fast forward to today, William is now 11 years old, and we are celebrating Karis's 50th birthday. In this video, we're going to be showing you some behind the scenes of her photo shoot with her family. I'm so excited for you to see what we created for her.
How are you, William? Oh my gosh.
Karis wanted to capture portraits that weren't just like outside in a place that is expected somewhere here in the US. She wanted something that gave a nod to Africa, right? So while I wasn't able to get a backdrop that would help pinpoint like an exact place, you know, where we'd be photographing, you know, in Africa somewhere. We used a backdrop that I still think gave enough of a nod to that. And we were able to use pampas grass and other dried florals and greens that we were able to place on the floor along with the silver mylar and our rubber mulch. So all of that in combination with the lighting and the low-laying fog that we used to kind of blur the lines from our studio to this other place, I think really helped to create the feeling that she wanted to capture in the first look. So today, on this beautiful Monday, we are photographing Karis and her family. So today, Karis is currently in hair and makeup with Nikita, and she's just finishing up. We are waiting for the arrival of Lorenza and William, and we're gonna be photographing some really awesome family portraits of them on 2 sets. This is our first set right now. And the theme and the look for this was to celebrate more cultural roots, as well as Karis is celebrating her golden birthday. Y'all, I don't believe it either. I don't, but she's celebrating her golden birthday, and doesn't she look gorgeous? So we are doing all the things, celebrating her family, celebrating her golden birthday, capturing some really beautiful artwork on this set. So I'm gonna talk really quickly about the lighting. So outside of the studio, because I have a small space, we have 2 lights. Both of these are, well, one is bare bulb, the other one has a can just to control the direction of the light a little bit more, and it's closer to the backdrop. Both of these lights are gelled with an orange gel to give a very warm feeling to the set. We also have this scrim. So this scrim is diffusing that hard light for us a bit and creating a larger light source, kind of like sun coming through clouds and all of that, giving us that diffused light. And that is going to be shining on the right side of our subject. We have our hair light. This is adding in some more of that overall lighted type of feeling that you'd get if you're outside. We have one strip, and this strip is giving us a little bit of a highlight on the left side of our subjects' faces and on the left side of their bodies. It is also gelled. And then we have our lantern light. And this is just to give us a little bit of fill on the face, especially on the left side of the face where we have a darker shadow. And that is really going to be set very, very, very low, just to give us a little bit of lift with those shadows. So what we are able to get with this is this really beautiful kind of moody light that really feels like it's outside. And it matches the lighting that is in the backdrop as well. So this is going to be beautiful. That coupled with the florals, the pampas grass that we used. We also used some rubber mulch on the floor and a mylar to give this feeling of them being in water. It's going to be a beautiful shoot, first look and second look, and I can't wait to get started. So I wanted to show you the lights that are set outside. So this is our studio right behind me, and we have our 2 lights pointed right through our windows. And we kind of had to set them in a really particular way because we wanted to prevent the shadows from the wood frame, like the door frames, from projecting those shadows onto the backdrop, because there is a bit of like this light, of course, touching that backdrop. So they're angled in a particular way, trying to aim them more away from the backdrop through exactly to where our subjects will be, right through to the scrim, right through the scrim. That is how we've set up our lights outside. I wanted to mention two more things that we have on the set. So one is on this side. So we're right now facing where the client is going to be standing. I'm going to be putting a V-flat right here to bounce just a little bit of light back onto the left side of their faces. We do have our fill light that is giving us some of that fill already, but I'm just gonna add a little bit more. I forgot to mention, we have this V-flat here on the black side, and that is to help absorb some light that's happening, that's bouncing around right here on the backdrop. So I wanted to absorb some light here, but we wanted to add some light onto these pampas grass that are in the backdrop. So what we did is we added one additional light right here with like a little bit of like a snoot that Derek made with cinefoil, and that's controlling the light from hitting the backdrop, but still hitting the back of the florals here. So, and that's the GT250 from Gikodo as well. So we actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights, 6. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lights on set. So if you wanted to wear these for the first look, you could. Let me see what these look like. So for him, I have this. Okay. People right here. Good, 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 good. Relax, reset, breathe, relax your shoulders. And 1, 2, 3. Good. Perfect. Give me a little bit of a I don't care. Chin forward. Right there. Right there. Good. And Lorenza, bring your chin out. Loose neck. Good. Now bring your chin down again while it's out. Chin down. Right there. Good. Nice.
Love your mom.
A little bit of a smirk. Now a big smile. Good. Hands up. Let's go. Eyes, chorus. Intensity. More. Like, don't you dare. Good. It's always awesome to photograph and to work with people that I haven't worked with in the past. Right? New ideas, new stories. It's a beautiful thing. But when you have clients that come back, especially clients that you haven't seen in a really long time, and they have kids, and you get to see their kids, and you see how big they've grown, I think that's a really beautiful thing to be part of a family's story at different parts of their lives, at different stages of their lives. That is a really beautiful thing. So it was wonderful to have Karis come back, for us to be celebrating her 50th birthday, to celebrate their wedding anniversary that happened a couple days before the photo shoot, and then to also see William so grown from when we first saw him, or when we last saw him, when he was only about 1 year old. So this shoot was really beautiful, and what we needed to capture for this shoot was really important. Karis wanted us to capture legacy. She wanted us to capture the different facets of her life with her family. I think that we got a really beautiful variety of poses for them individually as well as a family. And I think that we were able to capture their story in their portraits.